Good afternoon, guys. Today you're going to be doing your notes over using models to represent ratios. So first let's go over what a ratio is. So a ratio is a multiplicative comparison of two quantities describing the same attribute or thing. So basically what this means is you're going to be comparing two items, and those items are going to have labels, and those labels are going to help you determine which one needs to go on top. So let's look at number 1. It says use the model to create a ratio of hammer to nails. So this right here tells me that I'm going to set up hammer over nails. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can start from the whole picture here that's on the left, and I can count my hammers. 1, 2, 3. And then I can count my nails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that will get me 3 over 12. But then I need to always simplify my fractions. So that simplifies to 1/4. So you can start with the whole as we did here, or you can take them and you can divide them up into equal groups. So since I have 3 hammers, I would put 1 in each group. And then I would take my total of nails, so that would be 12, and I would divide it by however many hammers I had, which was 3. And that tells me that I need 4 nails in each group. So over here, your answer of 1/4, your answer of 1/4, okay, could come from either the whole picture and simplifying or breaking it down and putting it into smaller groups. Okay, both represent the same thing and they both get you the final answer of 1/4. So let's look at number 2. Okay, number 2 says several students named their favorite way to exercise. Write the ratio that compares the number who chose running to the total number. Okay, so we're going to want running over total number. So if I come over here and I look at my chart, I see that running is 8. Now my total, I'm not given a total, but I can add them up to find it. When I add them all up, I'm going to get 24. So now I need to simplify this fraction. So think of a number that can go evenly into 8 and 24. There are several of them. I'm going to choose the largest, which is 8. If you choose a smaller one, you're going to have to simplify again. 8 divided by 8 is 1. 24 divided by 8 is 3. So I know my ratio of running to total is 1/3. So the second part of this question says turn this into a decimal and a percent. So remember to turn a fraction into a decimal. I'm going to divide. My numerator, my 1's going to go inside the house. My 3 is going to go outside. You notice I go ahead and put a decimal and a 0 because I know I'm going into a decimal. 3 does not go into 10, or I'm sorry, 1, but 3 goes into 10 3 times, which is 9. I have 1 left over. I'm going to add a 0. So you should see that my 3 is going to be repeating. So my decimal is 0.3 repeating. Now, if I want to turn that into a percentage, all I do is move my decimal 2 places to the right, but because it's a repeating decimal, there's going to be another 3 that comes instead of a 0 behind it. And then there's still a 3 after this decimal. So as a percent, it is 33 and 1/3%. And again, that is another one of your benchmark fractions. You should know that 0.3 repeating is 1/3, just like 0.6 repeating is 2/3. Okay, and you can put it either in a decimal percentage or you can put it in a fraction percentage. Either is acceptable. Okay, let's look at number 3. Okay, number 3 wants you to find the ratio of shaded to unshaded. So be careful when you're reading these because it could have asked us shaded to total, it could have said unshaded to total. It can always bounce it around. So just make sure that you're paying close attention to the pieces that you're actually doing. So let's count our shaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And our unshaded, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have 10 over 14. I'm going to divide them both by 2. That's going to give me 5/7. 5 and 7 don't have anything in common, so I'm going to leave it. Now, it also said turn this ratio into a percent. So I'm going to put 5 inside the house, 7 outside. I'm going to go ahead and add my decimal. I know that 7 won't go into 5, but 7 goes into 50 7 times. That's 49. I have 1 left over. I'm going to add a decimal. Add a 0, bring it down. 7 goes into 10 one time. That leaves me with 3. Add another 0, bring it down. 7 goes into 34. At this point, this isn't going to be a repeating or a terminating decimal. You can kind of see that by dividing. So it's going to be an estimation, but that's okay because it's not a whole amount. So we're going to move our decimal twice. And our percentage is going to be 71.4%. Okay? So, again, this is just estimating, knowing how to write that fraction and then turn that same fraction into a decimal percent, which we previously practiced. So make sure if you have any questions, you come ready prepared to ask them. Have a good day.